Welcome back, everyone. This is the Paper Princess, and we are on the second half of our Fall Festival album. So I have a new pocket page, and I'm going to label that pages 5 and 6. Okay, so 5 is a new design for me, and I have several flaps you need to make. So there are going to be 2 flap A's. And those are 7 7/8 by 4 5/16. Now the 4 5/16 is just one more line more than 4 1/4. So you cut 2 of those. B is going to be 2 of those also. 4 3/8, which is 2 lines more than 4 1/4. And 4 5/16 is just 1 line more than 4 1/4. So those are going to be awfully close. So if you don't have that precise a ruler, just mark your flap B with a pencil right away after you cut it, so you don't, you know which way you're facing. And you're going to be scoring half inch. Let's see, a half inch on all 3 sides, and you're going to start with the 4 3/8 side. So that's the longer side. So just keep track of which one that is. And I put my B, I put my B with a pencil right here immediately after I cut it, so I would know that this is the 4 3/8 side. Okay, so C is our pocket, and that is 8 1/2 by 4. D, you're going to cut 2 of those. Those are going to be insert little tags that we're going to put in these pockets, and that is 7 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so you can hit pause and get those all cut, and then we'll score them. So I'm going to set my pocket page aside for the moment. So we're taking our 2 A flaps. Okay, and I'm going to have the 4 5/16 side at the top. The B's, I'm going to have the longer side. It's only longer by 1 line, but that's how it had to be to fit on that flap. So the longest side is facing the top. Let's see. C is our pocket, so we will have the longest side, which is going to be our open side, facing the top first. All right, now D are going to be our tags that we're going to insert into the pocket, so we do not need to score those. Set them aside, and let's put tape on all of this. Hold up a second. I'm going to, I forgot to make these into pockets, so let me bring back my scoreboard. So these B flaps are actually pockets. Silly me, I was just in a hurry. So I started with my longest side facing the top, and then I'm going to turn it, score again, and then again. Alright, so let's do the same thing to the other one. We started off with the longest side facing. I scored that already, so I'm going to turn it and then turn it one more time. Okay. tape all around. It's good to always, on pockets, do the bottom first so that when we fold it over, it has a little piece to stick. So you always do whatever the bottom. Well, I mean, the side that just has one score line. That's what you want to do first. Some of these pockets are sideways pockets, but you want your side that's by itself across from the blank side. You want that to be all the way across. Okay, so let's press this all down and then we'll cut our pockets. These flaps I'll just fold over and set aside over here. Okay, now let's cut our pockets. All right, so we just go right up to where the lines cross, turn out. Big pocket. All right, let's press all this, fold these over. All right, so let's bring down our pocket page and let's get started with our A flap. So these are going to go on the left and right side. I'm going to just put this here a minute. And what you should be seeing is just a little tiny space between these flaps. So pick a side, any side. I'm going to start on the left-hand side. I'm not going to corner around these because we have a pocket going there. So I'm just going to lay these down. I've got my fingers here guiding me, just a little bit of space on the left and right, and then put it right to the edge of this pocket page. All right. Put something down there to hold that flap down, and let's do our other one. So here we go. We're just going to line it up so that it's even with the left and right, and there's that little bit of space there at the top, and then we'll just tuck this under, bring that right there to the edge. All right, now we are going to open these flaps, and one pocket is going to go on the side. The opening's going to be on the side of here, and then this one is going to go up here with the opening facing out to this top one is going to be facing out to the right, and the bottom one will be open to the left. All right, so let me dry fit this. Put this right a little bit above this score line, and it should come right to the edge of the paper. Okay, if it's hanging off a little bit, now is the time to trim it. So mine looks pretty good. I'm gonna erase my A for the A flap. Alright, so I'm gonna fold that over, fold this over, and putting this sideways. So the bottom, use your thumbs to guide it down, goes right to the bottom. Actually, let me look real quick. Yeah. All right. Okay, let me make sure this one, it's sticking out a little bit. So before you peel off that backing, I'm just going to take and trim a sliver off of here. A real teeny tiny bit. Okay. I'll make sure nothing's hanging over. That looks better. And now I'm going to take off the bottom backing and then put this right up here. You know, I might face it this way. I can see better. The top is going to go right to the edge. It's going to go a little bit before that score line. It's going to go right here to this edge and this edge. Okay, now when I close it, just like that, I have a little bit teeny weeny, ever so slight, sticking out here. I'm just going to trim that. Actually, now it isn't really. Just, yeah. I think it's just the backing, that white backing was sticking out a teeny weeny bit. So now's the time to make adjustments, and when you're happy, let's put down this last pocket and then we'll get magnets on the page. Okay, so this goes, let me make sure before I put my sticky side down. Okay, I have plenty of room. So I have a little bit of space on the left and right, and that will allow the flaps to fold right over. I purposely made it a little shorter, 8.5 instead of 8 5/8. I wanted that little extra space for this pocket to flip over there. So I'm happy with that. And now let's get some magnets on here. And then you will see that you put in, when you'll put in this tag here, and it'll go right there. So I am going to put a magnet on this also. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do that right after I do these pockets. So I'm going to have one on each side here and one on each side there. And then we'll put magnets, one on each of those tags. tape on here. Alright, so that's done. There we go. It just doesn't look like it's sticking because I didn't take my backing off of here, but that's okay. I'm going to hang on to take off that backing because I want to put this design paper under there first and then peel that off. So yeah, it'll look like it's sticking up a little bit, but that's just your pocket. And then I'll put a piece of tape. I'll put this vertically so it doesn't overlap my other piece of tape. And that is almost it. The last thing we want to do, let me make sure I'm facing the right way. Okay, my 6 on the other side's over here. And I want to put, I'm going to fit that in there. I would like to put a magnet on the back of this one. Same with our other one. So let me put, okay, let's stick our negative on there. And then we're going to, actually real quick, if you want to corner round this, you can. So I went around the whole, all 4 corners. So I'm going to do that ahead of time. You could either use the small or medium. They would both look really good with this. Or you can leave it as square. Up to you on that. Okay, so now I have my magnet. The tape is peeled off. I'm going to put this in my pocket and then let it down. Press right there and then tape that down. Upside down. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put a magnet. Take my opposite, clean up this little corners there. Okay. Peel this off. And put that in this pocket. And then let it down. You'll notice you have just a little bit of space right there. And that is it. This will hold everything down. It's just a cool idea, I thought, because you have to take out either one in order to open the flaps. So there we have it, and let me show you how I decorated that. Okay, so on these tag flat that you're pulling out of your pockets, this is just on the cover sheet of the album. So here I have it right here. I just took this and covered it right like that, and there was just enough on the top, so you can make both of your tags with just one sheet. On the other side, I have yellow because I see some yellows and browns in here I wanted to bring out. I'm gonna pull that out. So same thing. And I have this is the back of one of the pages with distressed wood. I just think that looks really nice. Okay, I have that same thing here and here. This, you'll notice, is a fussy cut pumpkin, and you'll have one sheet with all these little bonus fussy cuts. So you could put whichever thing you want all throughout the book. You could put it on this pocket, you could put another one here, you can put them on your pullouts. So I just showed you that, and I just stuck it to a piece of black and then fussy cut around it. So I just think that looks nice like that. This is a leftover piece here and here. I have my leaves here and a booklet on the inside with this yellow. And these were leftover pieces. So yeah, you will have lots of space here to put pictures. And we will close this up by putting our one up here. You could just tell which is which because you feel where the magnet is. So that goes there. And this one goes here. And voila, yellow like on the inside. And again, you could put fussy cuts depending on where you put your picture. So save that sheet. And that's it. We are on to page 6 in the next video. See you soon.